center for tonight's matchup featuring the visiting Orlando Black. The head coach is
Draymond Green back in the lineup after missing starter, making his third consecutive start, the two-way play.
Interesting matchup right here. You can see Draymond Green, Simon is Paolo Banchero. Very interesting, both guys very physical.
Banchero and Franz Wagner both averaging over 22 points per game. There's good tape. After a hot start to the season, he's been cold over the left wing three. Orlando, the only field goal, almost 2 minutes in, and Banchero, and it's been that kind of week for.
It's 0 of 10 from the three-point line, and that makes him 8 for 40 right now over his last 8 games.
He struggled from the floor against Utah, just 4 for 19.
Yeah, it was just an air ball. Both teams struggling so far to shoot the basketball.
Combined 1 for 13 from the floor, both teams. What a wrap pass, Curry. Post rolls, leaving open. Buddy Hield from the corner.
Gotta knock those down and wide open. Good job by Steph drawing 2. And looking for the hockey assist, he couldn't get it.
Last 20 games, Hield just 28% from 3. And the best three-point shooters in the league. Pope scoops it.
He has all the points in this game.
Curry changes that one.
I think that's the evolution of Steph Curry's game. We know he can shoot the 3 ball, but he can get himself to the free throw line.
And rattled. Orlando coming off of a 113-99 loss at Utah. This is game 4 of a season-long 6-game road trip. Anthony Black lobs, but Tadze can't bring it in.
Last 6 games is playing lights-out basketball for the Warriors.
He's the leading scorer for Golden State during this long homestand. Hield off the script of the formula to determine the All-Star game starters.
And you're watching Orlando. They have great size, Chris, and good pass by Franz Wagner.
And Paolo's there on the receiving end. Quick the other end of the floor. Here's Wiggins. Step through move and a fadeaway shot off right.
Curry before the game, guys, and just getting his perspective on how our league has changed, the big moves. And the fact that Steph Curry says 3D, I just want to do it my way, stay professional. I want to be a warrior. Whatever happens, happens. Let's call it what it is, guys.
Shock value, entertainment value when it came to that trade Saturday night, late Saturday night with that AD Luka swap.
Yeah, Steph said it was a little shocker for me. That was a wow when I heard Luka was traded for Anthony Davis. Did not see that one coming at all. We shall see how that for the Orlando Magic. And you see the Draymond and Steph Curry connection. Chris, I did not see the Luka trade from Dallas. That one definitely shook me.
All right, overall, you have to get your takeaway in terms of what do you think now of those two teams as Curry from the corner can't get it.
Team with Luka, a generational talent, got a chance to get to the finals. And you thought they were looking to try to run it back, and yes, not a lot of Lukas that come around.
No, sir. That's also give Danny Ainge some more credit, too. The Jazz are still in the mix, still getting some more picks, too.
Business up in the finances.
Hey, it's valuable as years come down the road.
Hey, 3D, I was listening that Danny Ainge said he didn't know the Lakers was Ainge. Wouldn't have cooperated if he knew that.
The Lakers just find a way to collect all-time greats. So Luka certainly on that type of trajectory. Cole Anthony into the game for Orlando. Great feed from the post, but Gary Harris. Curry dishes, Gary Payton into the game as Andrew Wiggins throws it.
Gary Payton II, he makes plays, whether he's scoring or assists, out of sudden screens for a Draymond, for a Wiggins, for a Steph Curry.
Anthony off the side of the rim, but a loose ball. He leads the Warriors in scoring during this homestand. This is the final game of 6 in a row at the Chase Center. Cole Anthony, who Jamal Mosley told us before the game, has really been the bright spot in what has been a tough part of the schedule for the Magic.
Yeah, he said Cole Anthony, he raved about his professionalism, how he was ready, and then came into that game, had a big one and a game winner. He's a pro. He gets that from his dad.
Wiggins shorts. This game has a couple of sons of players that you're very familiar with in your time in the league.
For sure. Played with Greg Anthony, Cole Anthony, Dale Davis, and Trace Jackson Davis. All that.
Those years are moving by.
Scottie Pippen Jr.
Gary Payton II.
Next, I'm going to be calling Trey, Dennis Scott's son, game, and that's when I'm done. When Trey gets in the league, 3D, I'm done.
Greg, this time of year in the league is just absolutely crazy. Wiggins slices inside and draws the contact.
And I just love.
And that points per game climbing over the last 3 weeks. It's both. It was such a vital part of their most recent change. Spotting up, scoring off the dribble, and defending, really in that final, Jason Tatum. Anthony dishes. Christian De Silva. As the Magic miss a three, it's been a story of their season, and especially so in the month of January. Another chance for Orlando. Anthony with 2 on the shot clock. It goes. Cole Anthony knocks down a three. 5 off the bench.
It's just a different league because Cole shot that one like he's at the free throw line.
Dennis Schroeder, 31 years old. Brought over in the train in December from the Nets. To come out from behind the table, it's on the court.
No, we're too old, Chris. We're too old, Chris.
Gotcha. Yeah. That Orlando jersey still fit?
Not the old one.
Wagner inside. Jonathan Isaac. Pogo stick.
He's been missing a lot of games because of injury, but he's so versatile on both ends. And you're right. 3D playing against Gary Payton. It's just impossible he can talk more trash than his dad.
Unbelievable. And still give you 30 while he's talking.
Whoa!
3-point struggles continue for the Warriors. Pajemski way off. 1 for 11 from 3. Makes up for it with the active hands. G. Santos running the floor. Steps up the corner, but Pajemski can't get it. Offensive rebound. Kevon Looney always has a way to find the basketball off the rim. Schroeder, mid-range, too much. Looney volleyballs it off the backboard, and that acts.
Offensive rebounding, battling on the paint.
Moses Moody, cut off. Shot clock at just 5.
That's good defense right there by Jonathan Isaac.
And Anthony dimes. Wagner examines and floats it in. Wagner on the board at 37 points. Was the offensive standout last time out in the loss to Utah. You guys were talking about the Gary Payton trash talking. You see that the video the other day of him talking to Kevin Durant?
Yeah, it was definitely fun. I mean, that's how the game. Both those guys going at it.
Wagner with a step-through move. Well done. Especially defensively for Orlando.
I mean, Franz Wagner and Paulo Banchero, the way they started the season off, I thought both guys would be all-stars. Just unfortunately for them with the injuries.
But Orlando at the beginning of the year, a 22-16 start, and both Wagner and Banchero were just dominating as those big forwards.
So impressed by Franz handling the basketball with pressure on him.
Whistle as Anthony drills the 3. Basket's good.
8 points off the bench. And only 6 minutes, a chance for another one. That'd be 9. Just bringing Looney didn't complain. So
11-point Magic lead. Curry, he draws the foul. With .6 from about 35 feet out.
You got to know time and score. I mean, you're up 26-15. Just contest. Shooting 93.7%. That's
the NBA's all-time leader in free throw percentage.
The stiff running off screens. How do you keep that up for the rest of the half?
I mean, it's going to be by committee. We got to have everybody being ready to chase. Our bigs have to be up at the level, understand where he is on the floor. You cannot relax for 1 second while he's out there.
Thank Mo.
On that defensive possession, forcing a steal. Wendell Carter Jr.'s lob almost went in.
it is. Well, good job by The guards, Gary Payton II, collapsing on Isaac, giving up a lot of height. Taking away the airspace of the Warriors.
Meanwhile, the Magic, 3 triples in the first frame of this game.
He definitely has. Sized up his defender, took the angle, played through the contact, and finished with a nice floater. It wasn't easy.
We just heard from Coach Mosley, and we talked to him before the game. And right now, the topic for the Magic is Curry. They want to get. They just have to have the confidence that these shots will eventually be knocked down at a higher percentage. Wagner is wide open on this look and can't get it.
You know, and I think from the three-point shot is where a lot of guys, no matter how good you are, if you're not on, you got to just move the basketball and find a way to get your guys some better shots.
Another Warriors turnover. Isaac from behind the line bricks it.
Like that one, he had to understand who's on the floor with him to be able to drive and make the play because of his size difference. A beautiful pass.
De Silva pays it off. 15 of Orlando's 30 coming from the bench.
Yeah, Jonathan Isaac was trying to foul Gary Payton II on purpose.
Injuries have been a story of his career, but this year he has stayed relatively healthy and providing minutes off the bench. 17 minutes a game, that defensive presence. Screen goes behind the back, lays it in.
Draymond was such a hot, that was a tough pass, made it look easy.
Podziemski gets a hand on it. Warriors open floor.
You see the size of the Orlando Magic on the floor right now versus the lack of the size of the Warriors. Curry plays bigger than what he is. He's guarding Wendell Carter right now. You would think you want to go down low. Good job by Cole.
Wagner again off.
Isn't finding guys.
Podziemski tries to find somebody. Future Hall of Famer.
Nothing wrong with using your size.
Banchero, that height advantage. That's a
take advantage of it, especially the height and size of Apollo Banchero.
That's all you need. Andrew Wiggins in the weight room, and he'll head to the free throw line. Much to the dismay of the Magic.
Smitty, 13.
So Steve Kerr, they've allowed him to play to his strengths. He's a point forward. I mean, he's played everybody with size. He doesn't give up an inch.
It's almost a cliche at this point. The can defend every position, as you said, at that high level.
Chris, I'm glad that you brought that up, because I could guard 1 through 5, but how well can you guard 1 through 5? I mean, that's the question, and he does that well.
He nails his second three, and all of a sudden the Warriors back within 5.
Versus Miami on December 21st, and this game just one of the few guys that can break down his guy and get other guys open shots.
Magic led by as many as 11. Golden State used that run before the timeout. Wiggins on a fadeaway.
Got to try to make a different type of player when a guy can just square you up, and that's Apollo. I think for him is he should play the game where he takes 2 dribbles in the post.
It's not a push-off if they don't call it. Within 5, a whistle on this end and a blocking foul. But
he's looking at the bench. Brandon's looking at the challenging, and Steven just looked at him like, just play.
A, not high leverage enough, and B,
too early.
Not exactly Steph Curry picking up the foul. Boy, I would be interested in the percentages of coaches who listen to a player when they call for the review. Like, who's the most stern at just ignoring the players, and who gives in the most easily? Schroeder draws the body contact. Gary Harris.
Coach Mosley has done a
fence even last year, and expectation coming into this year wouldn't be what drives this team's success. They took that lead in the Eastern Conference a season ago, driven by their defense.
You saw Anthony Black able to switch out onto a big, and then Schroeder just knocked down a tough shot.
Batase short and Quentin post
for the Warriors.
Played his last year college at Boston College. on a two-way, making his third start. He uses his GPS to find the rim. Down to a one-point game. Schroeder from behind rips it away. Numbers for the Warriors. Pajenski for Moody. He's short on the dunk, but a whistle. Boy, this place would have erupted.
Moses has to laugh about that one.
To be fair, did have the contact from Vaquero there. On ESPN, Spurs and Hawks. Suns at Thunder will be a fun one. For more on these games, please go to 6'10", 250 him. If that little push shouldn't be enough to stop a dunk like that.
Well, he had a flat tire first.
Okay.
That's all I know.
Vaquero, three-level scorer, creates space. Batadze, count that one, and he will strut to the offensive rebound. KCP. Chance at a four-point possession, and Vaquero capitalizes. Going to the Lakers for Anthony Davis. I still think people around the league are recovering from the ramifications of that move. Oh, the ball gets stuck around the rim and gets wedged in. Now Golden State as well. And what do? Late prime of Steph Curry. Are they a move? Are they a couple of moves away from being a team that can call themselves a contender? Right now, Steve Kerr said just the other day, we don't have enough to separate ourselves. I mean, that's been the math of the year. They're 24-24.
Yeah, he talked about it in his coach's press conference. You said it best. He said, when you're 500, we need some help. The GM, you just don't want to make a move that doesn't make sense. So Mike has been out there active. They've called a lot of teams looking for some help for Stephen.
Out on that three. Heel, corner ball, no. And Batadze there. That could send Golden State into a different tier.
Well, I think, a big name for sure. I mean, obviously, they talked about Anna Vucevic. Two guys don't know how it works, but they need some help because there's a team right here that you just don't want to waste all the way to the championship versus the Denver Nuggets.
First, you're getting the different reports is Wagner gets fouled. And just
I think I would basically say, like you say, not a stop, a pause, because he still can get to move because they have Dame and Giannis playing such a high level. I think they're a move away to being able to be in that mix.
Joined at this table by a couple of guys many years in the league. Is it more difficult as a player to be able to be out here and play at a high level during a time like this? Is Curry short on the three and your name's nuts?
I think I'll speak first. Another 3D for me, it was when I was younger, single, no kids. Definitely, I got traded from Miami to Atlanta. I said, okay, here we go. But then obviously when you start trying to move kids taking them out of school, when to take them out, that's when it gets a little bit more difficult for the family.
Yeah, I agree with you, Smitty, because a lot of these guys have their families, the foundation. I think early on, Chris, in your career as a youngster, you get irritated hearing your name in trade talks. But then when you become a vet, you think, maybe somebody wants me. Early on, Smitty, I didn't like my name in trade talks.
No, not at all. I was happy. Every time I got traded, I went to a better team. And then at the end, I went to bad teams. Yeah, that's it. That's how old we are.
A couple of mentions that make you realize your age. Curry on the step.
And Antonio, and then
Anthony muscles towards the rim.
Crossover, spin, contact, finish.
Green hesitates, then accelerates. Draymond Green gets into the scoring column.
Anthony Garden, Steph Curry on that play. You got to stay connected to him. He sets the screen. And how do you get off of Steph's body that quick to be able to help it and slow down Draymond on that play?
Buddy to the rim, the hoop, and a chance to cut it to 2 with 1:12. He healed, 32 years old on his 5th team. Last year was his first appearance. Caro has Draymond. Fun matchup. Pivot move, fade away. Rolls all the way around the rim and pops out. Peeled as the Warriors don't have numbers. Green, great vision. Curry's doubled. Wiggins glides and lays it in.
Steph Curry caught it. Two guys went out to him, and Steph made a beautiful pass to Wiggins.
Wiggins has 10. KCP inside, no whistle. Batadze, his second chance. And Looney commits the foul. Playing through and beyond the whistle is Looney and Batadze. Career high 9 points per game for the former Pacer, makes 1 of 2. Wiggins sets the screen on the short roll, goes all the way to the rim to tie it at 43. With 5 seconds, Wagner draws attention. Big Caro off the front of the rim, and that'll do it for the first.